Let's talk a little bit about focus groups,
Sure.
mock judging, and seeing the case really early. And one of the most unconventional and powerful things you do is run focus groups and mock hearings before dispositive motions or mediation. You're not walking into those sessions with loose notes, right? You're using timelines, documents, and testimony pulled directly from Lit Suite. How do the apps help you test themes?
Sure. So let me, if I can, I'll unpack a little bit about what these sessions look like because there's the deployments of the Lit Suite products can depend a little bit about how formal or not formal the session is. So one iteration of what we do is a less formal, focus group, and in that setting, TrialPad is the star, right? And what we try to do, it's essentially a slideshow, although with uh, the Lit Suite products, you're not bounded by the same sort of restrictions as you are with PowerPoint, where it's sort of linear. You're not as linear, right, with TrialPad. You can go back and forth. You can annotate on the fly, all those sorts of things. But in the kind of setting I'm describing, what I have done is take a group of people through what amounts to a slideshow to unpack a case. I mean, I'm thinking as an example, a medical malpractice case where we literally took them using TrialPad through, sort of building blocks to better understand the case. Using TrialPad, we'd put up first like a medicine 101 piece where we'd get the jury at least familiar to the extent they needed to be, like in a stroke case with brain, anatomy and physiology. And then from there, we could put up bullets or what have you to start unpacking the case. And in that setting, which is again a little less formal, we do debriefings as we went along and would ultimately get to a point where we would have a verdict and debrief that. In a more formal situation, which we, loosely call mock trials, we would, again, we would use, and we do use, this is present tense as well, TrialPad, using its full extent of tools like, all the annotation tools that it has, like call outs, highlighting, underline, all of that. But we use it in conjunction with some other things. For instance, like with TranscriptPad, linked to videos, as you of course know, we now have the ability to create little, impeachment chunks or trying to think of the right word, snippets, a better word,
Yep.
we can put up, as well. Now, another thing I had not done as much in the past in that setting, but I'm absolutely committed to doing now, is TimelinePad. So the TimelinePad product is a wonderful product in that, and I think it's kind of, if you will, almost a wonderful integration between, a timeline product and the other parts of the suite, because in the timeline, and we don't have something to show on the screen, but if you go to the Lit Suites site, you'll see this. But you have timelines with flags, but the things that's really cool is those flags can be linked to testimony chunks or to documents. So you have, if you will, sort of a dynamic timeline that you can click on, and up comes the proof that is the basis for that data point on the timeline.